Welcome back to 3-Point Firefighter and Fire Facility Shorts. Today, I'm talking with Chief Eric Dreiman of the Indianapolis Fire Department. Chief Dreiman is currently in the process of getting a fire facilities tower. Good afternoon, Chief Dreiman. How are you?
Good afternoon, Jake. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Long time no see. It's like
Yeah.
we're starting, you know what? People will start talking. We see each other so much.
Yeah.
So you are in the process of getting a fire facility tower. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
So what is it with your current now you've trained all around the country, right?
Yes.
So you've seen all kinds of different towers. Where you work probably has different towers. What is it about Fire Facilities Incorporated and their towers that led you down that path?
Well, there's a lot of different things. I guess the first thing that I've really enjoyed about fire facilities towers that I've had the opportunity to be in and tour is just the versatility, the number of options that they have available in their structures. You know, from a special operations standpoint to firefighting, high rise, live fire, ventilation. You know, there's just so many different things that you can do with their towers, as well as the adaptability, the versatility of them, the movable wall panels, the different ways you can reconfigure things, and the opportunities that their facilities, their structures provide to you know, do things like move anchor points and reconfigure just different aspects of the tower, make it very useful for us.
When you first started the process with them and you talked to some other people, did you get the impression that they were firefighters and knew your lingo and knew what you wanted? Or was your impression that these are just, you know, corporate guys that are just building something that's, in my mind, they can't actually visualize themselves?
No, the my experience with fire facilities from day one, when I've had any interaction with them, is they're very well versed in what we do. They're very understanding of the different training events or activities that we want to take place in those towers and or in their towers, and they're just very receptive. And to me, they definitely know the job. They know what it means to be a firefighter. They know what it means to train firefighters, and it makes working with them a lot easier than it would be otherwise.
I think that's true. I was very fortunate to speak to the president, Aaron Adams, and he's a firefighter, you know, and he's done the only thing I hold against him that he was a police officer for a while, but then, you know, it's just like being married twice, you know, your second wife is so much better. So he finally found firefighting and he knew construction and he was a perfect fit. And one of the things that impressed me about him is that now that he works for fire facilities, even though he's, you know, retired from the job, he stays on top of, you know, what firefighters need. I guarantee you, he has a stack of Firehouse and fire engineering magazines on his desk. He watches videos. He listens to my podcast. So, well, you know, he knows quality if it's that. So one of the things I was really impressed with is how everything is done in-house. You can make your very first phone call about getting a tower, like, you know, I want a tower, and you call them, and then you can speak with them all the way until the tower is up, running, and already got water flowing in it. Where are you right now in the process of getting your fire facilities tower?
We're actually well into it. We've got the basic layout for the structure. We're having ongoing meetings between fire facilities and our general contractor and our subcontractors to kind of finalize and put a bow on top of you know, the package, so to speak. But I just had a meeting with I was on a meeting similar to this with John Shaw from fire facilities just last week, where we were tying up some loose ends. We're getting ready to get our plans, our official engineer approved plans will be coming to us within the next few weeks, probably certainly by the first or second week of January at the latest, and it may be even sooner than that. But we're well on the way. What we did originally was we went out and looked at quite a few different training structures around the state of Indiana, and even out of state. And we came to the conclusion in conversations that I'd had with John, he recommended that we go down to Nashville, Tennessee, and look at the structure that Nashville has. And I was somewhat familiar with Nashville's training academy from having been involved with Firehouse Expo down there for a few years. But Commander Scott Lively is my counterpart down there. He's their chief of training. And we went down, a group of us went down and actually toured their tower. And what we ended up doing was basically we all agreed that Nashville's tower was basically what we would like to have in Indianapolis. So we started having conversations with fire facilities, and we basically said, we want to build Nashville's tower in Indianapolis. Yes, we're going to make a few minor changes, but probably 90% of what we're going to have here in Indianapolis will mirror what they have in Nashville. So that really accelerated the process and actually made the process much easier, because fire facilities had the plans from the tower they built in Nashville, so they could actually provide those approved plans to us and say, okay, here's the plans for the Nashville tower. What do you want to change, or what do you want to modify? So it made that whole process very simple. And it's just been a real enjoyable experience for me working with them throughout the whole process.
Oh, absolutely. I tell you, the thing that I like is if you're a small department ordering their smaller unit, or you're a great big department building a monstrosity, they treat you the same. They're not judging by how much money they're getting. They're worried about the quality of the product that they push out. And I said this with interviewed also Chief Caleb Mousy of Sierra Vista. Well, actually, he's Fry Fire District near Sierra Vista, and he's got a tower. It's smaller. He's getting ready to build onto it. And you look at it from the outside, and you're like, that's one of your smaller burn buildings I've ever seen. But when you go in it, the way it's been built and designed, you could do anything in that area, anything at all. Now, when you're getting your tower, are you getting a grant for it, or you make an IFD pay the whole thing?
No, we're paying for it with city funds.
Okay. The reason I bring it up is I know that when it comes to grants, they will actually help you write grants. Even if you don't know the first thing about writing grants, just like I have no idea about writing grants. And I talked to Aaron, he said, the first call you need to make is to us, even if you don't have any ideas about anything, and we will get you on the right path. So that's one of the things about fire facilities I really appreciate. Mm-hmm. When are you looking at opening up your tower and then using it? What's your target date?
Our target is the summer of 22.
Summer 22.
Yeah, I think June, sometime in June is the goal. But I'm working in city government for as many years as I have. I'm realistic, and I just say right, because either it's going to snow the day they're supposed to start pouring concrete, or we're going to have a windstorm the day they're supposed to start hanging iron, or something that's going to throw the schedule off. So I just say next summer.
Okay. Now, I love to invite myself to people's birthday parties. I love to invite myself to people's weddings, people I don't even know. I'm that guy. So I kind of want to invite myself up to you and see it when you guys are up and running. I would love to come and take a tour, make a little video for my channel, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
And also, if you have a big anniversary or a birthday party, I'll be probably showing up at that too. So I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Do you DJ as well?
I DJ, but usually by the time I get there, I've had a couple, so there's no telling. There'll probably be a lot of Campton and Tennille, Muskrat Love. That's my favorite. So that's what you can expect from me. At least I'm honest about it.
Yeah.
Well, brother, I do appreciate your time. I know you're busy. I also know you're going to get a quality product. And I also know if they do something that wasn't planned or you didn't want, that their customer service is par none. They're going to help you out. It's going to be a great thing. But if you do need help along the way, they're going to be there for you every last step of the way. So thank you for your time, sir. And I'm sure I will see you at vacations. I might be up for Thanksgiving. We don't know. and surprise you for that, but I'll definitely come up and take a tour.
Excellent. Be happy to have you.
Stay safe, Chief. Good seeing you again.
You too.